Makes it a 3-0 game. Sanchez quickly turning on the Jets. Take a look at the replay again. Lindsay Lopez stepping in for the first time. On her second pitch, shoots this one out. This one's going to be popped up. That one finds its way in fair territory. Lopez rounding third. She's going to try to go home to throw to second. So 2 back-to-back RBIs. Tacks on 1 more run. Lindsay Lopez comes in. Our runner stays at second, so 4-0 lead for Mercedes here. Off another RBI. Brings another run in here, so Mercedes now up 4-0 with the runner on second. 2 away in the top of the 5th. Sign stepping back to the circle. First pitch delivery. Now one going to go foul. It's off against Abigail Trevino. Trevino on 0-1. Swings away, and that's a 0-2 count on Trevino. So Trevino is sitting on a 0-2 count here with 2 away in the top of the 5th inning. 0-2 on the way. That one just missing. That's a ball. So it stays in. Claire Garza got on with that RBI double. That pitch missing. Count evened up at 2-2. And Abigail Trevino, 2-2 count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Regards with that 2 RBIs. This one hit, going to be fielded by the third baseman. Lopez gets the throw to first in time. That's the out. Now the base is clear here. Mercedes leaves a runner stranded. To the bottom of the 5th we go. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Limited potential.
We are Santa Rosa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
We are Edinburgh Villa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're gonna find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Back to Real Sports Live, bottom of the 5th, do or die for Rio Grande City. Cel Lopez leads things off. Acosta fires. On missing for a ball. 1-0 count. So Giselle Lopez, the top of the lineup, leads things off here in the bottom of the 5th again. Do or die. Mercedes can hold on. They'll get the win and improve the 2-1 in district. Or in competition, excuse me. Goes to set the fire. Pitch on the way. That one's skipping off the dirt. Count evened up 1-1 for Lopez. And Giselle Lopez today, 0 for 2. She got on with the base on balls, but she grounded out in her next at bat. Lopez looking to get a little rally started. Only down 4. Pitch on the way. This one hit hard towards left center. That one going to be off the glove here of De La Torre. Now Lopez going to second. She's going to try to pull for third. The throw. That one not in time, so a big triple to get the rally started here for Rio Grande City. As Giselle Lopez gets on with a huge triple on a 1-1 count. Keeper here presented by Stop Powder, and she lined that one all the way. That one popping out of the glove of De La Torre. So that puts a runner at third. Giselle Lopez gets on with the big triple to get the rally started off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Costa with 4 strikeouts, Signs with 6. Pitch on the way. This one hit back hard towards the first baseman. The throw at home. That one getting her out at home. Going to be picked off. Great play right there by the first baseman. Claire Garza scoops it up and gets the throw to home. So the runner goes to first. But one away. A sacrifice single, and Bella Ramirez gets on. She goes 2 for 4 today. Now it brings in Denzel Signs, the pitcher, who's 1 for 2 after a sacrifice fly in her second at bat, and she flew out in her first. So it was a 1-0 count sitting on Signs again. Denzel Signs on the mound, 7 strikeouts today. It's an exceptional performance. Signs didn't get a rally start, so there's still a runner on base. Even though the runner was picked off at home. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one framed, but it's a 2-0 count. That sun continuing to go down. See on deck right there, Dyra Lazo's the first baseman. She's 1 for 2. Singled in her first and flew out in her second. 2-0 pitch on the way. That one just slow, so now a 3-0 count. A chance to put 2 runners on base. If Signs can hold on. That one in there for a strike, so a 3-1 count on Signs. Signs still trying to hold on. Goes trying to get the Lady Tigers out of trouble. 3-1 count on Signs. This one hit hard down the middle in the outfield. Now the bases will double up here with the runner on first and second. Now the rally starting to pick up here for Rio Grande City. Denzel Signs gets on with the single that moves up the runner, so Ramirez goes off now to second. And Signs stays put here at first. Now you have Dyra Lazo as the first baseman. The pinch runner now coming in here for Rio Grande City, but then Dyra Lazo's 1 for 2. She singled in her first at bat, then she flew out. Now, if you're a Costa and the Lady Tigers, some sign of concern here is you have 2 runs now, one in scoring position, and a big hitter in the form of Dyra Lazo's. It was 1 for 2 again. She flew out, so she has some pop. She flew out the warning track. First pitch missing here for a ball, so now Rio Grande City, the door of opportunity is wide open. Trying to tack on some runs for some late-stage dramatics. And Dyra Lazo's 1 for 2. Singled her first, flew out in her second. Costa stepping back into the circle. 1-0 pitch on the way. This one going to be popped up in foul territory. That one landing right next to us here. Now a 1-1 count evened up on Dyra Lazo's. Lazo's here trying to keep this rally going. 1 ball, 1 strike went out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Gosta trying to put an end to this rally. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one skips. Runner going to go on here to second and to third. The throw off the mark, so runners advance. So simultaneously, 2 bases are stolen off a wild pitch. That's a 2-1 count on Lazo's. Now runners at second and third with 2 runs down in scoring position for the Lady Rattlers. Runners on second and third. Lazo still ahead on a 2-1 count. It's on the way. This one hit foul down the left field line. Now the count evened up at 2-2. Now down to a potential final strike. And Lazo's holding on to that 1-2 count. She's tied up on a 2-2 count. Singled when it counted early on in the game in her first at bat. Acosta steps into the circle. Big pitch coming up. 2-2 on the way. That one just slow, so now a full count. So now a big pitch coming up here once again with a full count sitting on Lazo's. And Bella Ramirez on your screen singling. Stolen second and third. Payoff pitch, 3-2 on the way. This one hit hard, but it's lined foul. So the battle continues on a full count here for Daira Lazo's. Lazo's trying to hold off on deck. We have Delissa Bodas, who's 0 for 2, got on with the base on balls, but she struck out in her second at bat, excuse me. Lazo's trying to stay alive, so another 3-2 count. Costa back in the circle, big pitch. Payoff pitch on the way. This one hit down the middle, back to Acosta to throw at home. Not in time, so she makes it safe. So now runners at the corners. So the sacrifice bunt plays off. Daira Lazo's gets on. Now runners at the corners here for the Lady Rattlers with run coming in. So another run coming in. A runner on third and a runner on the corner. Delissa Bodas coming in. Bodas, 1 for 2, base on ball, struck out her second at bat. Zagosta set the wind-up pitch on the way. That one low. So 1-0 count on Bodas. And Delissa Bodas behind the plate again. About what she's done today at the plate. 1 for 2, base on ball, struck out in her second at bat. It's a very lengthy at bat. That was Acosta's second strikeout of the day. Acosta steps back into the circle, and it was to open up that bottom of the 4th. It was a very lengthy one. Oh, first pitch on the way. That one in the swing evens up the count at 1-1. See the runner on third. Chance to cut this down to a 2-point game. So a big hit can bring in 1 run, possibly 2. You knock it out of the park, we tie. What could happen in this one? Costa steps in the circle. Pitch on the way. That one gets a piece of Bodas, so now that loads up the bases. So yet to have a hit, but she gets on bases. She's hit by a pitch, and that loads up the bases for the Lady Rattlers. It's a quick meeting on the mound. We're going to step away for a few moments. Bottom of the 5th, 1 out. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world.
That's a Real Sports Live here. We bring you down to the bottom of the 5th inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. Big hit can bring in a couple runs here for Rio Grande City. Pitch on the way. That one missing for a ball. And the runner on third base is loaded after Bodas is hit by a pitch. Brings in Eileen Trevino to the plate. Eileen Trevino struck out her first at bat. She got on with the base on balls in her second. Costa now trying to put an end to this rally, trying to get the Lady Tigers out of trouble. Swinging a miss for a strike, count even up at 1-1. So one away with the bases loaded. Again, a big hit can put this one, could bring a couple runs, and a home run can give you the win. Pitch on the way, the 1-1. That one high, so she goes ahead on a 2-1 count. Trevino again. 1 for 2, struck out her first, got on base on balls in her second at bat. It's a 2-1 count sitting here. And Rio Grande City, they can get the win. They tie up with Mercedes. Mercedes will fall to 1-2. Rio Grande City can improve to 1-2. They get the win. 2-1 delivery. This one hit down the middle to the second baseman. They get the out at 1, so 1 run comes in on a sacrifice ground out. Now you're down to your final out of your Rio Grande City. Great stop right there by Perales. Gets to throw to Garza in time for out number 2. So Trevino, she's going to ground out, a sacrifice ground out. Now that brings in the third baseman, MJ Lopez. Runners now on second and third for MJ Lopez. It's on the way. Lopez cranks this one high. That one gonna just veer off foul. That one just veering foul at the last second. That one would have stayed in. Could have tied the ball game up easily. Again, if anything sports has taught us, not over to the final strike, the final out, the final call, you name it. 0-2 count sitting here on Lopez. Now an 0-2 count. She catches this one looking. Now down to your final strike, and MJ Lopez today. Very exceptional when it comes to the plate. She's 1 for 2 on the base on balls, and then she hit a huge single. Acosta fires. 0-2 pitch on the way. Holds off. Here comes the 0-2. Lopez cranks this one. That one to the glove of Camacho to throw across the diamond off the mark. 1 run's going to come in. Make it 2 runs coming in. Lopez going for 3 to throw. Not in time. So off and never once again. A huge play that brings in 2 runs, and we have a brand new ball game. Looks like we might be possibly going to extra innings unless a walk-off happens right here. So MJ Lopez off an error, gets on with the triple. Already 3 errors we've seen from Mercedes in this matchup. Be represented by Josh Moody Lone. She cranked this one. Camacho made a great stop to throw, just a bit wide for Garza. Got past her. Now that leaves a runner on third. We're going to step away for a few moments. You're watching Real Sports Live.
CISD.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000.
Back to Real Sports Live, some late stage dramatics. That pitch coming low, 1 lone runner at third base, a 1-0 count sitting. That brings in Lynn Fuentes. Lynn Fuentes 0 for 2, lined out, then struck out in her first 2 at-bats. This game was 4-0 at the bottom of the 5th. This one fouled back. Count even up at 1-1. So, folks, once again, we started off in the bottom of the 5th, 4-0. Just key playmaking here by Science Lazos. Sacrifice ground out and a triple off an error by MJ Lopez, and this gives us a 4 game in the late stages. A chance to walk this one off with the lead, the winning run at third. Again, but Lynn Fuentes here not having the best of days here. She's 0 for 2, lined out, then struck out in her first 2 at-bats. Anything can happen in softball. Trying to rally behind Acosta. Acosta trying to get the win here. She has 4 strikeouts. They're going to go for strikeout number 5. On a 1-1 count, Fuentes still trying to hold on. And then that'll be Poetic, a walk-off. 1-1 on the way. That one going to go foul, so now the count 1-2. So now Fuentes beyond in the count. So the game can be kept in play to get the out, but one good hit can send Lopez home. Again, Lopez, the lone runner who got that triple off an error. At 3 RBI triple. Big pitch coming up, 1-2 count. Costa wheels and deals, pitch on the way. This one hit hard. That one in the outfield. That's a walk-off win for Rio Grande City. That's a walk-off win here. Lynn Fuentes 0 for 2, but gets the walk-off RBI. Welcome here to Real Sports Live post-game show. Tuning in here to the Real Sports Live post-game show. What a game. Rio Grande City wins this one 5-4 in walk-off fashion. Back-and-forth battle. Game Mercedes controlled. And in the late stages in the bottom of the 5th, 5 runs coming in thanks to some big hitting by Signs, Lassos, sacrifice ground out by Thurvino. MJ Lopez getting on with a trip off an error. Now Lynn Fuentes, who went 0 for 2 all day, hits the game-winning walk-off. So Rio Grande City wins this one 5-4. Coming up next, our next matchup here. We got PSJ North taking on Pioneer. We'll step away for a few moments. Game 3 after this. Signing off for now for Joe Bowling, Rudy and Burton Rizamaripa, Burton Jammer Ruiz. I'm Ruben Rodriguez saying so long, but got good night. Mercedes wins this one in a walk. I'll take with the replay of the final hit. That one just scurrying off. You're watching Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere. Signing off for now. Game 3 after this.